I have been obsessing over lunar cycles. Like, did you know on a full moon, the moon literally plunges through the Earth's magnetotail into a plasma sheet? And this causes a bunch of static electricity on the surface of the moon, creating hovering dust storms. And also, seismic activity, aka moonquakes, are predictable with the lunar cycle, with the highest activity generally being on the new moon and full moon. And did you know that the moon reverberates unlike any other celestial body that we've been able to measure? It literally vibrates for longer than any other planet that we've measured. So on the new moon and the full moon, when we're getting all this seismic activity, the moon is literally ringing, like vibrating in the sky, maybe like a tuning fork. And did you also know that on the first quarter and third quarter moon, this is actually when seismic activity is at its calmest, as well as the oceans, the ocean tides? There are also multiple kinds of lunar cycles. The synodic cycle is the one that everyone is most familiar with. That's when we measure new moon to new moon, and that's about 29 and a half days. But there's also the anomalistic cycle as well as the draconic cycle. And on a solar eclipse, like we are going to experience next month, we have a syncing of all of these cycles. There's also the terminator line, and this is the line that separates the day side of the moon from the night side of the moon. There's always a day side of the moon and a night side of the moon. And on a new moon, we are seeing the night side of the moon. There's not a single side of that face that is lit up by the sun, versus on the full moon, we see the full day side of the moon. And what happens is on the day side of the moon, whatever side is facing the sun carries a slight positive charge, while as the night side of the moon, the dark side of the moon, carries a strong negative charge, sometimes to dangerously high levels. And so on a new moon, we have that strong negative charge facing us. And on the full moon, we have the lower positive charge facing us, fully reflecting all the sun's light back to us, kind of like a mirror. So there's so much more I want to share about lunar cycles than this. And so you can join me for my next full moon circle if you are a curious explorer. If you want to understand why astrologers connect our experience to the moon, I want to talk about what we're seeing in astro and quantum physics. So you can join me for my full moon circle. I do them every single month. We explore and tune into this positive sunlit side of the moon that we see in the sky at night. But more so, we have eclipse season coming up next month. It's going to be the August 12th new moon in Leo, if you are using the tropical zodiac. And I'm opening a container for this. I am opening a container for this lunar cycle for soul searchers and spiritual seekers, for people who are hungry for knowledge, for meaning, and for purpose. We're going to work with the lunar cycle. We're going to work with this negative to positive to negative charge again, to really work on our inner experiences. I'm actually calling this an anti-manifestation container. So the people who are going to be well suited for this space, you want to know astrophysics and quantum physics, things that I just shared, because there's a lot more than that. You want to tune in to this cycle in your life, and you want to know what's happening astrologically in a way that you can use it right now. So more so than that, we're also going to be creating a really safe space, a sense of belongingness, because this is a Leo eclipse season, and there's highlighting this theme between Leo and Aquarius, the opposite the sign of Leo, that's really about finding spaces of true belongingness, where you are not changing yourself, you're not hiding yourself, you're not camouflaging yourself for the sake of people pleasing or the audience or to be loved. And you are seeking a space with other people who you can be your true self with and fully share your human experience in life as it's happening right now. Because if it's anything like mine and other people I know, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of shifts, a lot of energy. And I want to create a space where we can just see each other for what we're experiencing in our lives. And I do not want people to come into this container wanting to change their lives, wanting to manifest something because they think they need something here to feel whole and complete, when actually right now, just as your life is, you are whole and complete. And so really this container is meant to dive in and prioritize our inner experience, our inner perception filtering, as the moon represents in astrology, rather than trying to change the world around us, rather than trying to force our own agenda on the spaces around us. I want us to focus on where our power lives, and that is inside in our own experience, navigating whatever's true and real for us in our lives right now. So I'm going to leave it at that. There's a private session in this. We're doing something for all 4 weeks. I'm going to teach you about all the stages of the moon, the phases of the moon, and we're setting an intention on that powerful new moon eclipse, when the negative charge is facing the earth and we have a plasma wake, a void, if you will, created by the moon. I'll explain that in the container. So if you are curious, if you want to join, this is a beta program. So it is going to be the first time I'm doing it this way. So just email me. That's how I'm going to have interested people connect. I want to make sure everyone's aligned who's joining this container, whoever does want to join. So just shoot me an email. I'll have my email here or below for you to say, hey, I'm interested. Tell me more information. And then I'll give you the structure of it, as well as all the other details that would be important for you to see if it's meant for you in this time of your life. But regardless, I have a free full moon circle next Tuesday, July 28th. It's going to be really cool. A good friend of mine, Rachel, is joining me to do a fun exercise for this circle with the Leo Aquarius polarity that we're going to be experiencing. So, yep, I would love to have you there. And thanks for watching. Let me know if you found these facts about the moon interesting. And I will see you next week.